Great final. 2015 in Wellington. Second half underway through Revolvo. And they go out to Myers, and it's a good bounce for the Australians' 10-metre mark. Stannard. Clark. They want to play it at the other end. There is a sweeper back there. And it sits up now for Tuwai. Kick is only as good as the chase, and Clark makes the tackle, but the ball goes back now to Very Malua, and over the top it goes. Kunatani. And over on the far side, it's the captain, Kulinasau. So if you kick against Fiji, you've got to make the tackles, and charging onto it now. Revolvo. Kunatani. It's popped up. The support play is typical Fijian style. Joey Tuwai. Tuwai giving it on the inside to Wonga. And Sidabeni Wonga scores the try. Australia wanting to play the game at the other end. But Fiji said, thank you, we'll have a crack.
There's only one team in the world that can do this. And it's the Flying Fijians. Just their offloads are outstanding in contact. Their awareness of space, where the support players are coming from. Kulinasau doing outstanding there, just holding up the ball. Great support by Revolvo. This guy, Kunatani, for me, one of the best forwards in the game at the moment. So consistent. And this is just the end, just the lay cut with Jerry Tuwai. On for Wanga. How good is that, William Lossay?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And those images, just classic Fijian play, where you saw the Australians chasing the ball, where the Fijians kept their wit. And when they're running angles like that, no team in the world better than the men in the white shirts are doing it.
Conversion not successful, so 12 points to nil.
It's 5.
Australia, if they lose this, they'll move to 58 points, and if England win the final, they'll move to 59. So England will move into 4th spot on the table. So there's plenty to play for in the bigger picture.
Greg, I asked Kieran Johns, and when he came back from the huddle, how do you get back in this game? He said, we've got to do the basic things well.
Well, possession is the key against Fiji, let alone tackle, of course, and the penalty. Obstruction there by the Australians. So
the captain, Ed Jenkins, there just coming across off his line in front of one of the Fijian attackers.
So Tuwai. Over to Revolvo. And Katonambao. Oh, there's a terrific run. Sloppy play at Kunatani! Kunatani will score, and it's one-way traffic at the moment. Oh, for a little while there in this series, the Australians had the measure of the Fijians, but now Fiji look like they're going to go back-to-back in Wellington. Cool play, and now in the plate final. Terrific angle there.
Oh, he is just so athletic, Semi Kunatani. For a guy this big, Willie, you're not supposed to move this fast.
No way, he's about 6'3", and he runs as quick as any outside three-quarter. Once he got through the gap, Clark had gone across, and the cover hadn't come with him, created a huge gap. And the people in Fiji will be saying, imagine if we had those two players for the games earlier today.
So 19, in fact 17-0.
Let's go.
Still a long time here, though, Greg, for Australia. They just need to get this possession. You're right, they need to get the kick-off. They just need the ball.
And it's again there for Fiji. Revolvo, they're flinging around at will. They've got 2-on-1, but they cut back to the left. The ball out the back. Stannard just needs to pick it up. They tow it through. Tamafo is on there.
Number 5 is in front.
So it's not going the way of the Australians because Stannard was offside on that occasion.
In front of the last man that played the ball.
Fiji on the charge. Pretty to watch when they're in this mood. Kunatani. Kulinasau. Hamafo makes the tackle. Klinisau gets up and goes again and then loses it. Nick Malouf is on there for Australia, some fresh legs, and he has got some pace as well. Oh, and then Foley can't control it, so looked to be just a little bit hesitant there, the Australians, and well, they've been rattled.
Thank you.
Well, the first thing it goes when you're fatigued is your communication, and unfortunately for Australia, one player thought he was going to stay on the outside where they created the numbers. The player from the outside thought they were going to do a late cut, and frustration starting to come through.
Yeah, the other thing about it too, guys, is look at the kickoff. Australia just can't get their hands on the ball. They're defending, they're chasing Fijians, and they must look up sometimes and think there's 15 on the field instead of 7.
As you would know, Carl, at sevens, defending takes a lot out of you.
But it doesn't go any further.
Just that contact and having to get off the deck and make the next tackle and challenge it up, especially after playing so many games. Day 2 of some tough competition. It really is tough.
Set.
So Garrett Johns pretty much emptied his bench, the fit players that is. Rawatha goes to ground. Won there by Malouf, which is great work. Now Fa'alauvau. Can he spark a bit of magic? He gets it out now to Foley, back to Fa'alauvau. Puts the foot on the gas over the 22. Rawatha comes across and drags him down 5 metres out. Out to the left it goes, and Jenkins, he can't get across. It was a terrific tackle. Semi Kunatani, and the penalty will go to Fiji.
Semi Kunatani is a beast.
I said put the ball down. There you go.
He's done it on attack, now he does it on defense, one-on-one, mano-a-mano. Look at this, Australian captain on Fijian #1, and then look at that, that's perfect.
And it's not out as we get back to the live action, and it is now Malouf looking up. Oh, ducked under a high one there.
Be up. High tackle. Number 6.
Malouf plays on, sits up for Jenkins, and he's got a chip, and he kicks it straight into the hands of Mulavoro. No one at the back. Race is on. This is what they'll do to you. You kick against Fiji, and they will counter at the other end. Tackle there from Holland. Holland gets up and wins the ball, and Australia are back inside their own 22 as the siren sounds. Jenkins out now to Fa'alauvau. Can they go the distance? Give themselves something to remember, something to work on for Las Vegas next week. A look at the pressure coming from Fiji, and have a look at Semisone Very. Fiji are very, very good. They have won the plate final. They've had back-to-back victories against Australia. Pool play yesterday, and now in the plate final. The Aussies running out of petrol on day 2, having to chase hard in most of their matches, and so they now have to wait to see if New Zealand can beat England in the final. If that happens, Australia will hold on to 4th spot just on the points table. A lot of interest still to come in Wellington. And what about Fiji? Rampant in the plate final. Keeping Australia to 0. No mean feat that with this young Australian team. Fiji 24 over Australia 0 in the plate final. They must know each other on first-name basis by now, Fiji and Australia. They seem to be playing once or twice at every tournament so far in this current series. Yeah, so what would have happened if the Fijians were at full strength in the Cup quarter-final and semi-final. And that's the question that everyone will be asking. Ben Ryan, he was bitterly disappointed that his two players were cited yesterday in the game against Australia. Words were said between the two coaches, but the judiciary had the final say. But they were much fresher for the plate final. Stannard and Clark just reflecting on what might have been, and Garrett John will be disappointed. They were third in South Africa, Australia, and they finished sixth in Wellington. And Fiji, well, they won on the Gold Coast. They were third in Dubai, and they lost the plate final in Port Elizabeth. They don't like playing in the plate, but at least they got maximum points available in this plate final this time.
Yeah, no team does like playing in the plate, because that means you've missed out on the Cup final. You see there, they're reflecting their Ed Jenkins. You don't mind losing. But I think for the Australians in that plate final, it was the way they lost. They just had no ball whatsoever in that second half. They didn't even fire a shot. That's the thing you really can't take.
So they will have their runner-up medallions presented by John Barclay, Head of Corporate Sales, New Zealand HSBC. Ian McRae, President, New Zealand Rugby. They'll have to regroup now. They've got a week before the next tournament in Las Vegas. Mamafo, 11 tries in South Africa, but really couldn't get into the games in Wellington.
Righto, ladies and gentlemen. There they are, always well supported all around the world. Wellington no different. Fiji supporters are fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, the plate winners, Fiji!
There's the roar for the plate winners, Fiji. So effectively they finished fifth. Next up, we're going to have the playoff for third and fourth, and then, of course, the decider for 2015, New Zealand versus England. They've played in some classic finals in Wellington over the years, and we're set for another one, so don't go anywhere. The Sentinel Homes Wellington Sevens, part of the HSBC Sevens World Series. The fourth stop of 9 stops in the World Series. Plate being presented there to Osea Kolinasau, the Fiji captain. Congratulations, Fiji, plate winners 2015 in Wellington. So as Fiji gets set to continue the celebrations after the plate final victory, next up, it's going to be Scotland playing South Africa for the third and fourth place. Stand by for that, and then the big one follows that, the decider, New Zealand versus England.